Hey guys, this is Grayson, also known as Golden Glue. I'm here with our support, Ayla, Mr. Billy Goat. We are going to be playing versus LYON in a couple days, and we're here to talk about what we've been up to and also the matches last weekend. Yeah. So obviously there was the last weekend matches of Cloud9 versus Shopify, and Shopify upset them. And the other match was what, TL versus Fly. That was also a pretty funny series. I mean, I think the Shopify episode was like pretty surprising, but not completely. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch the games too closely, but I mean, it's reasonable to expect C9 to win. They were doing really well. I think they do perform worse on stage, and SR performed better on stage. So it wasn't like too much of like a upset, but still, I was expecting C9 to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people were. I think the one thing that I was impressed by was Shopify's draft. I mean, their game 5 draft looked like it could be a game 1 or game 2 draft. The fact that they got Annie's and Zhao, like Leona, Jinx, I forget the top lane was like Aatrox or something. It was just like a fully functional good comp. Because I feel like when you get into game 3, 4, 5, like sometimes you end up with some like kind of wonky ass, not completely synergized comps, and I think they did a pretty good job there. And then the TL Fly series. Man, it was sad to watch TL lose that game too. I don't know if you watched those. Did you see that one?
I saw game 2. I mean, that was a banger.
Yeah.
So back and forth, but Fly managed to find a way.
Billy Bard or Busio Bard? Your Bard's going to be better.
My Bard's better.
Your Bard's better, Bill, and we're going to prove it versus LYON. No, I mean, it was crazy. I feel like when I rewatched it, they would have just won the game if they didn't Jin ult that Ziggs. Or if like someone blocked. Like there's no way that Ziggs should die there.
Oh, no, that moment though. Jin W'd APA.
Yeah.
So an APA, he should have known it was warded.
Yeah.
Like after you get W'd like that, and then he recalled at the same spot. It's kind of trolling, but
yeah.
I mean, it was a panic situation.
Well, I thought Jin W'd and then insta ulted is what I thought.
No, it wasn't insta.
It wasn't insta.
APA channeled recall for like probably 5-6 seconds after.
Oh, I see.
Then Marcia ulted. So
that's pretty XD.
Yeah.
That's pretty XD.
No, I mean, I don't blame him for it. It's a very tough situation to be in.
Is it that tough? We're about to end the game 4v5 TV back.
We've made some worse decisions.
I think we need to. I'm gonna go double check that, Bill, because I'm pretty sure he W'd and insulted. But I'm gonna double check. You might be right.
I'm certain. Maybe. I was watching.
We might. Should we check right now, Bill?
Yeah, check.
You want to fucking do a bet?
No bet, but I'm certain.
No bet.
Yeah.
That's weak.
APA was recalling, and then he got cancelled with Jin W, and then he channeled recall again. And then he got altered by Jin, and I think he dodged some of them, but Busio came in with a portal and eventually killed him. I think that's what happened, and we're figuring that out right now.
About to fucking validate this shit. This is why the internet. Oh, it was after they failed the end. Okay, I got it up. About to get it up right here. Is the siege. Okay, they killed him. All right, killed him. Killed Singed. APA starts his base. Okay. Okay, here comes the Jin W. Oh my god, you're right, Bill.
I told you.
He started his recall?
Yeah,
okay,
no,
never mind.
Trolling.
He didn't. What?
Yeah, no.
Bro, what?
AP was trolling. He should have known it was warded after the
Okay, I kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I was like, oh, he got Jin W insulted?
Nah, it wasn't insult.
But he just stood there and, okay, well, that solves that. I was wrong. I'll take accountability, Bill. Sometimes, every now and then, it happens. I mean, so after those games, obviously there were some upsets. Where do you see like the power rankings of the teams?
So, I mean, I would have put C9 up there before their match, but they lost. So, I think clear number 1 is Fly so far with 3-0 Team Liquid, and then honestly, I think it's a mix-up after that. The normal answer is C9, but they lost. But just from versing SR in scrims and on stage, I don't think they're like clear second place. So I wouldn't rate them too highly. Somewhere in the middle. C9, SR. Who else is there? LYON?
Yeah. Us.
I'll put ourselves last. I put C9, SR somewhere below FlyQuest, LYON below them, and then TL below I put TL below LYON as well. I think they've been really struggling recently. And us, I like to say we're second place, but we've yet to prove it. So we'll try. We'll try next in the upcoming match.
Yeah, fair enough. I pretty much agree. I think it's like Fly is pretty clear number one. I think they're the only team that can win a bunch of like unwinnable games that the other teams just couldn't. Like from behind, they'll also push harder from ahead. And then I do think it's a bit of a toss up. I think C9SR, LYON, us, and like even like DSG like sometimes can play pretty well. I do feel like TL and Dig to me are the most struggling teams. I mean, we're also from the external perspective, we're struggling quite a bit, but we have had hard opponents. I think we played TL when they weren't on their downfall yet, and then we played Fly and SR, and SR is also proven to be pretty good. So, so as of we're recording this right now, we have about 4 days of practice left. We got to get an extra week of practice by getting basically like a through week, and it's been really useful for us. I think we made a lot of progress last week. We started really strong, and we were beating or doing like even essentially against all the top teams in the league. I think towards the end of last week, we were struggling a bit more. I think we kind of like just going through growing pains. Like, I mean, losing is kind of normal. And this week so far, like, had a really good day today. Yesterday, I think we honestly didn't show up and play very well. But I think on the bright side, like the next day, today, we didn't really like let that affect our whole week. And we had a really good day and worked on a lot of the like team stuff that we were working on, made progress. Yeah, what do you think? How do you feel about the week?
Yeah, I mean, our scrims, I say overall, doing pretty good. Gives us a lot of confidence, gives me confidence. But, I mean, I just say players on our team aren't very consistent. So, actually, considering that, we've been doing pretty well. And, yeah, sometimes we just have rough days where people don't talk. They're, like, extra emotional and stuff like that. So sometimes it happens, but yeah, we bounced back well today. So going pretty decent.
Call him out, Bill. Who is it? No, I'm just kidding. Unless
I'm not. I won't mention names.
Vic called me out, so I don't know if you want to get any revenge.
Hey, Grayson, if you want to say it, you can say. We're all part of a problem.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Vic was calling out my drafts. I think he can call out my drafts as soon as he stops dying on mid waves. I think that should be the agreement.
He does die a lot on mid lane.
Yeah. It's funny because we were looking up on ChatGPT and we're like, FBI, like, what are his strengths and weaknesses as a player? And ChatGPT said that he died too much on mid waves. Yeah. Or it was specifically, it was like overextending without summoner spells.
Yeah, I mean, definitely hasn't changed that now.
But the ChatGPT did say he typically does win the fight if he has the summoners, which I think is also true. I think maybe we don't even need me. We just need ChatGPT.
Pretty accurate so far.
Yeah, so far so good. I guess like Bill, what do you think about the new patch? We actually haven't seen it that much. Only one weekend in NA and hasn't gone live on the other regions yet. But any thoughts?
Let me think. What changed?
It was like Nautilus, Silas, Jungle, Rumble buff, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I mean, I think they changed mostly topside. They did a slight nerf on Varus. Doesn't seem too impactful though. Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, I think it's been pretty good for us so far. Yeah. River pulls out the weird champions pretty fast, and he picks them up pretty easily, and he's been performing. So, honestly, I think it's a buff for us, and we're able to utilize the new champions well.
Yeah, I would agree. I think River is good at the weird shit. Oh, they also buffed Brand. Yeah, it's just like weird junglers. Like, yeah, just that River can play. So to talk about LYON, I mean, I feel like when most people talk about them, the pretty obvious things are like their carries. Sane and Hina are both like mechanically pretty insane. I guess, do you think, like, who do you think their weak point is on their team?
Weak point of LYON.
Call them out. Say they suck.
Obvious 130.
Damn, that was quick.
Is it that weird to say? I don't think
I didn't say it was
that
weird.
bad.
I said it was quick.
I just think he's a weak point. I think everyone else on the team is pretty solid. Like you said, the carries are good.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, they're always playing pretty well. Sometimes a bit too crazy.
Yeah.
But I think their general like team play and like macro and like how stable they keep the games when they are playing well. They make it work, and yeah, they're pretty reliable. The rest of the four.
I agree. I do think Sodi is playing better than last split. I think he's kind of like a bit on, got that like revenge tour chip on his shoulder thing going on, and I do think their jungle support are both like pretty solid. Like they do a good job of just like doing their role, and then if like Saint or Henna can like get their own lead or just like team fight well, that's typically how they win the game. So it's like pretty standard, I would say, how they play. I don't even know if you knew this, Bill, but our next match is in the backstage in the gulag.
Actually?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either because I was messaging my friends. And I was like, oh, you guys want to come like watch the game, just like elimination or whatever? And then my manager Colin told me, it was like, oh, actually it might be backstage. So then I messaged the rider and I was like, wait, we're playing backstage for our elimination match? That's
so we're
sick.
Like, no one cares about us, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, McDonald's looking real good right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the Howling of this stage. It's pretty bad. No crowd. I mean, the feeling is just off, especially because it's playoffs. Like regular season, I can understand, but playoffs, I mean, it'll suck, but we have to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I feel like same way. Like, I actually don't mind it that much for like a regular season game, but just like for an elimination game, it feels pretty bad. But I don't know. I guess Valorant's happening at the same time. That must be what it is. I mean, that's what
I mean, Valorant's everything. We're nothing.
I mean, do you feel like any difference when you're playing the Gulag? Do you feel like?
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't feel as like hype or like serious. You're like right next to the enemy. You can't, when you take your headset off, you can hear them.
Yeah.
So you have to keep your headset on half the time. And then like if you don't have your headset on, they're just playing like fake crowd noises.
Yeah.
To like block out the noise. And it's just cringe. Like I mean, it just sucks. Not much else to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, and sometimes they don't always have the fake noise on, like before game one. Like, they won't have it, so it's like, yeah, you can't talk and you can't talk about draft or strategy, and you need to like looking around, make sure the enemy all has their headphones on, which is like because you're just so proximately close. Yeah, it's kind of
actually. There's one more thing. On stage they added the like controllable audio, so you can change your teammates in your coach's voice and like your own voice, the sound level. So that was a really big plus. And then when you experience that, and then you go back to Howling Abyss where they don't have that.
Oh, I was about to ask.
It's so
it doesn't have it, man. That was
it doesn't have it.
That's one thing with our team. I don't know what it is for me, but there's nothing more. And I think it's good that you guys are doing it. But when these guys do their mic check, it takes them like 15 minutes, and it's like 1 more %, please, up or down 2%, and it's just like it makes me want to blow my brains out. But yeah, I probably shouldn't say that. It makes me important. No, it's important for you guys to do it, but just like I don't know what it is. It's almost like you guys are feeding off each other, and it's like fucking you. I think Bill, you are doing it like for yourself, and for some reason the other guys when they do it, I feel like they're just like, Bill's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it too.
Oh really? I mean,
that's what I feel like.
I mean, when I'm asking for audio changes, half the time they just don't change the audio.
That's true, yeah. I mean,
it just doesn't change, and they're like, "Hey, we changed the audio. Is it all good?" And there's no change. And like, it's just a headache to do.
The system does suck. But I think the thing is, you'll always say like, "Can I turn it up like 2%?"
Yeah, I mean,
but I think like I think like you should be asking for like 5 or 10. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you got to make the fine tuning.
Fine tuning. I mean, so obviously this is 100 Thieves' last split in the league. I guess, do you feel like any added pressure with that being the case?
I mean, maybe there's a little bit of pressure, but honestly, I feel like I handle those kind of outwards pressure pretty easily. I more put on the expectations of myself to do well. So like, even if 100 Thieves was staying in the league, I would care a lot about this match, and like that would outweigh anything else. So honestly, not too much difference to me. Still playing for our lives and still trying to do our best.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. I feel like playoffs, especially the summer last split, always kind of feels like life or death, you know? So it's like the fact that it's also like life or death for the org is almost inconsequential. The fact that it's life or death for us as players
Yeah.
and coaches, because if you don't do well, you're not going to get a job anyway. So like, doesn't matter if this company is still around to employ us because they would fire you. So like, yeah, I mean, I do feel like a lot of people. There's a big narrative that like, it's like 100 Thieves last split, like they don't care, but it's just like so stupid. Like no one working in the industry like thinks like that. You know, if anything, like maybe like the upper management 100 Thieves would be more like concerned about that, but anyone actually like playing or in it, like it's the same. I think one thing that a lot of people are talking about when they're talking about 100 Thieves right now is the 6-man we've done by adding Dokla to our roster. I guess just to touch on it a little bit, so if people have a little bit more context, it's obviously like it was kind of a weird situation. Like as you know, he was a coach and now he's also playing for us. It's one of those things where like this season hasn't gone the way we wanted to at all, right? We started 0-4. We weren't progressing really in scrims, and it was something that we felt like we wanted to do, or at least try, just to see if it would help basically our chances of winning. And I think something that we've struggled with over our whole tenure as a team is like consistency in game. And I think having another veteran player as an option with this team when the game gets too shaky and things are just like too volatile, he can add a little bit more of support and structure into a game and make things more reliable. And I still think Sniper's a great player. And I think one big misconception is that we think like it's our performance is all Sniper's fault. I think everyone has some blame to do with our performance. It's more so just what are actual options. This split is so short. We have like 1 week essentially left to fight for our lives. I think it's most important just to do what we think is best for the team and give us the best chance of winning. And I think having this 6-man has, at least from practice, it seems like just better for the team. Yeah, I think it's hilarious how people think like this is my like me or Sam's like our coaching staff master plan to like bench Sniper. It's like, yeah, my master plan was definitely to go 0-4 and lose all our fucking matches. That was definitely the plan. All right, guys, that was it from us. I hope you guys found this enjoyable or insightful, and we'll see you guys in our match versus LYON.
Thank you for watching.